Hi everyone, delonewolf here, and welcome to SISI, the test server for EVE Online, where a mass test has just started. So I'm going to try and record this one again. The aim for this mass test should be like a new shadering system on drones and some other stuff. So far, I have to be honest, this hasn't been the most stable build I've seen during a mass test. So I've had a lot of trouble updating the client. You know, the patch got stuck several times. I think I had to restart the launcher 3 or 4 times. After that, when I docked in the station or came into the ship hangar, all the lights were out, so it was completely black. That was a little bit annoying, but I will see how the rest of this test moves on, and yeah, just keep an eye on performance, and maybe if we can on the new shaders. The good news is I'm right here in a Jackdaw, so that one has just been released on SISI as well. Obviously I took the opportunity to quickly fit one, and yeah, we'll see if I can maybe check some stuff out about the Jackdaw during this mass test as well. It's got the 3 modes, so maybe I'll try and show that here already. Let's completely zoom in while we are still at a decent frames per second here. So this is the defense mode, where, and here I get bounced off. It is quite busy at the gate. So the defense mode, 33% bonus to all armor resistances. Armor resistance, why? That's probably gonna have to be shield, and then 33% reduction in ship signature radius. So for speed tanking could be pretty good. Next up we've got sharpshooter mode, and that is pretty cool. Look at that, almost looks like a rail gun or something like that. And this gives it 66% to small energy turret. Optimal range? What? Small energy turret? It's probably meant to be launchers. And 100% bonus to sensor strength, targeting range, and scan resolution. And then we have the propulsion mode for speed. Let's see how that changes. And this almost looks like antenna from a bug or something. Yeah, it just goes into with a bit of a tooth or a horn at the front there, and then that bonus is 66% maximum velocity, 33% to bonus inertia modifier. So let's get back into the armor one, and let's see what CCP Habakkuk has to say. We're aware of an increased amount of crashes. Unfortunately, we have not identified the reason for these crashes yet. In case of crashes, please send bug reports with details on what you were doing when you crashed. Okay, so this could happen as well. If that does happen, we'll see how far in the test I manage to get, and depending on that I may try to get back, or I may just call that the test as well. So yeah, as I've said, this has not been the most stable or easy to patch build just yet. About the new icons, the one that I didn't get to see in my video here is we definitely have a dreadnought here, so that looks just a little bit bigger. That's a Phoenix. Let's see, where was the battleship one? That was a battleship, I guess. Yeah, that's a Dominic's. So it's again bigger than a battleship. I just don't like that the cruiser is actually bigger or looks bigger than the battleship one, but okay. And then are there any supers here just yet? I don't see them, but I'm sure that they'll show up when the Sino is lit. So pretty soon we'll have to go through the gates. We'll see how all of that works. And I don't know if the brain in the box part that was tested last time, I missed that mass test, is in this deployment. I'll try to figure it out if it is or not, and we'll see. But so far here, well, frames per second dipping a little bit, but we're still sort of okay. Is that a pot? Well, I'm not gonna find him in this mess. And what is this? A Circadian Seeker wreck. Anything else that's not like the others? Here's a cargo container. Okay, that's still okay for a cargo container. I think you'll get used to that pretty quickly. And other than that, we get more dreadnoughts incoming. Local 520, so quite a few people are here for this test, despite the fact that I've not spotted the announcement that easily. I had to go to the forum to actually find it. So let's see when we actually get stuff going. Oh, and there's actually also frames per second from shadow play. That's stuck at 30 on the recording device, but okay, the frames per second you're seeing right here is of course what you need to watch out for. And Katsu is also joining me, so he'll be here pretty soon. But yeah, I'm here to... Aha, here is a Titan. Oh, okay, that's what the icon looks like. Let's see if I can actually zoom in on him already. There it is, so that's the Titan icon. That's pretty interesting. Well, I guess it is recognizable, but again, it doesn't feel like a massive icon, which I would assume a Titan would be, but alright, it's definitely different. And let's zoom back out here while we do take quite a bit of a dive in our frames per second when we are zoomed in. Bug reports, F12 of course. And that's a Nereus transport ship, yep. Well, I think we will get used to that pretty easily. Are those fighters? Yeah, fighters right there. Furbolg from a carrier. So we can see those as well. And then pretty soon I'll actually, maybe I should do that now. You know, we've seen most of the icons by now, except maybe a super carrier, but I'll just click on that if I find one. So let's also, let's see if I can do hide all brackets. The hell, right here, hide all brackets. I should have helped my frames per second a little bit. Get ready for the first step. XBV is what I need to grab then. Lovely black avatar there, does look the best. $5.35, yeah, that's quite a bit. And like this, 44 frames per second. With everything that's going on the grid, I think that's still somewhat okay. Just more. Sinus will be Sledgehammer and ISD. Oh, is that a super? Aeon, isn't that a super? Trades Amar carrier. I think that's actually super, so that actually looks exactly the same as there is an Archon, the other Amar one. Oh, 3, 2, 1, and jump to XBV. So here we go, and jumping in. That felt quite okay. Katsu is having problems. I think that is gonna be part of all of the build problems at the moment. Traffic control 160 seconds, but that's still pretty normal. We used to get that on the other tests as well. Let's see how fast I actually get out of this. Well, this is actually taking a bit longer than what I'm used to. And yep, we definitely have tie-dye 46%, so we are half speed. Server seems to have some problems. And I'm slowing down to a crawl now, down to 30%. 26%. And it's gone. And here we are. Am I actually? No, not uncloaked yet. So I thought maybe I'd loaded in the system a bit sooner than that. But that hasn't happened. So yeah, the Archon. And any supers on field? So between a carrier and a super carrier, same icon. That's weird. There's a Macarial, frames per second. Well, that's back at 60 because there's not that many people loaded in just yet. Here come a nice little capital fleet, and yeah, let's check that here again. Yeah, here's the Aeon with the same icon as, let's say, a Thanatos right there. So strange. Carrier and super carrier, same icon. Don't like that. Should have added at least like a few stripes or something like that. Let's go into speed mode then. If I'm bumping on everything, try to get out of this huge mess of dreadnoughts. Align to the beacon, which should be somewhere close to the sun. Let's see if I can find it on the overview. Boss warping, align to. Now I should turn pretty nicely, unless the bonuses are not in yet for the new tactical destroyer. Bouncy, bouncy. So here it is. Launchers all in a line here. I do like that. That looks pretty cool. Other than that, yeah, pretty nice. Let's switch over to sharpshooter mode. See what that's like. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh my god, this actually has even more parts to it. These antennae that deploy from the middle. That's pretty cool. So now I can shoot from even further, and then in the defense mode everything goes in. You've got some weird flaps, not sure what they're meant to do, maybe increase power to the shield or something. And in the meantime, frames per second, still holding at 60, dipping when I'm actually facing the entire fleet here. That's aligning. And we get several more Jackdaws here, I think. Oh, yeah, the front ones are now vertical. Let's recheck speed mode. Oh, that's actually sniper mode. God damn it. That's one thing that I haven't done yet, is go from defense to speed. Let's check that out. So go back to defensive mode. And then go back to speed mode. So everything gets retracted, except for these guys, they go forward, and that's speed mode. Okay. Armor mode, just in case we get smart bombed, I think that's gonna be the best. Also, let's get some defenses going. Here's the shield effect for a hardener. And now we get to warp. So we'll just do a warp within 0. Anything visible on the Jackdaw while in warp? No. That still looks the same. All those launchers in a line, I do like that. And yeah, it's a pretty sleek looking ship. All of these tactical destroyers are pretty long and decently capable ships. So here we come on grid. They're already shooting at the boss, which I'm not seeing, so taking quite a bit of time to load. There is the shield, and there is the boss. So now I'm gonna stay zoomed out. Don't want to encourage any crashes either. And I'll just move a little bit in that direction. Target the boss. What's my range on this? 27 kilometers with Fury. Couldn't even hit this. But maybe in, let's see if I go into sharpshooter mode. Shields are already half down almost, so. And now 45 kilometers. Alright, so maybe I'll want to look at what that looks like. You know what, we'll orbit this scimitar here. He may help me. Orbit at 500. And let's fire off some missiles. And Cats is really having some trouble, I think, with the client. So there go the missiles. Pretty cool. Let's take a look from here. So that's the top row. Yeah, that's pretty okay. Oh god. That was a dip to 0 frames per second. So let's zoom back out. Not sure what happened there. Oh my god. And shoot it, but do not shoot anything else. In the meantime, I'm still having the resource loading going on. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Let's orbit up. There comes a bubble. Orbit that one at 2500. Keep firing. Not even sure where my damage notification is. In the meantime, we are back in tie-dye. So yeah, this is not looking as good or stable as the previous mass tests I did. And oh, there's my damage notification. Okay. So this is completely zoomed out. Can we eke out a bit more frames per second? Yes, we can. But it is pretty rough right now. Hits 841. I'm not gonna even press D-scan. Let's see how this evolves. 48%. And there's still people coming, so DPS should just keep increasing. And what is this? An arc? That's also a new icon right there for the arc. So that's a jump freighter. Oh my god. Completely stuck. And we did just recover. Yeah, this is mass testing, guys. You never know when the client's actually going to give out on stuff like this. So that was me just targeting the arc, and then he said, ouch, what the hell are you asking from me? In the meantime, this should go down though. Yes, it does. And let's just... yeah, tie-dye is gone now. Frames per second below 20, around 15 to 20, something like that. So this is pretty tough. I'm guessing changing modes and all of that does not do good for the server either, but I don't really dare zoom in anymore or select something else. Oh, I'm gonna actually have to look for the point gate after the post bash, so let's maybe give that a go before the explosion. Point. I'll grab you. And there we go. Yeah, 15 frames per second does look like that's what most people are getting. I get a bit of shield damage, why the hell? Let's see. Yeah, that's still decently responsive. But looking at my ship, I dare not do that at the moment. 10% shields. That will be okay very soon. And leopards. Oh, those are the shuttles. Okay. Very flat icons for shuttles. That's recognizable enough. And then can I see any battleships here? Look, those are all cruisers. And let's browse up. And here is a Macarial. Look at that compared to a battle cruiser or a cruiser. It's kind of weird. Yeah, still not sure about the battleship icon here. But we are in armor for the post, so that's good. Maybe I'll just go here for probe scanner, because that fleet window keeps popping in and out as well. Not really like that. And just maybe get rid of the D-scan as well, because that's not really useful to be clicking that at the moment. Can I save some? Nope, still 17, 18 frames per second. And we are at the structure, so
a module has run out of charges.
What? Why was there a sound that seemed like an attack? Okay, so that was the reloading. That was pretty quick. I'm not going to start shooting again, so that I've got a full set of missiles ready for the camp, where I'll probably die pretty quickly. Maybe go back into armor mode. And then preemptively I'll align Poitot. Please be specific if you like something in particular, or if you really dislike a specific bracket icon. Okay, I'll do that. I don't like the battleship, how it's too small, and how the fact that the carrier and super carrier are one and the same. In the meantime, there goes the boss. And frames per second coming back towards 30 frames per second with probably almost 600 people on grid. So that is slightly better. Okay, I'm aligned. A couple guys are already warping. VM access violation and crash when over 2 GB of used RAM. Interesting. Well, I probably came pretty close on 2 occasions there. Someone smart bombing. Yeah, you can still see it right there in the middle. There. So that could have been the notification that I got. Fleet W, jump. Let's do that.
Warp drive active.
Say goodbye to massive test fleet. Off the grid. So we should be stable once again. And off we go. Here we are. in Poitot, ready for the fight. SISI man killer in a typhoon. Circadian Seekers coming in. Let's see if we can handle some of this. Going to sharpshooter mode and target painter missiles as well. Let's see how this goes. That's a pretty good hit. Let's try an orbit at 7,500. And here we can see the Jackdaw in action in sniper mode. Targeting that Circadian Seeker. We've got some warp scrambling and stuff going on already. But these are pretty decent hits. Look at that. Maybe I can call a battleship if I keep destroying them. That would be cool. Let's target the next one. Add in a target painter. Micro jump drive there. There's a bit of fighting. Some lasers on the Seekers too. Missiles. Yeah, pretty cool. And there is my target. So, yeah, they're still holding. But there's already quite a bit of action. Frames per second 50 to 60. So, with the current amount 200 in local. That's still okay. There's a nightmare. Firing at I don't know what. Circadian Seeker. Let's hope for a battleship. That would be cool. It starts blabbing people. And Circadian Seeker down. Let's move into speed mode. Try and avoid a bit of damage. Maybe go like this. Quick shield rep 2. And out we go. Any targets here? Chimera, capsule. Well, I'm gonna leave him here for now. Broadsword. Well, a frigate would be good, of course, like an enemy frigate. And so that's a battleship, Scorpion Navy issue, alright. Fleet X and all other subcaps warp to the and hold. So yeah, we're still not here. What is this one? Circadian Seeker again. Well, while people are fighting amongst each other, what the hell? Circadian Seeker grazes me. Circadian Seeker is attacking me? You bastard. We'll see about that. Let's save a bit of cap. Rep some shields. Oh my god, he's actually doing decent damage on me. Meantime, they're warping off. Let's zoom out just a little bit more so I can actually see what is happening. Target the second Circadian Seeker too. I'm gonna get a battleship on the field if this keeps up. And SISI Sledgehammer in the Cockroach. We're not gonna engage that for a frigate. Alright, save some cap here again. Keep firing on those more Circadian Seekers. And immediately they're targeting me. I don't like that. Let's stay in evasive mode. Why do you guys want to target me? And I guess some guys jumped just a little bit too early. But it looks like I'm actually evading a lot of the damage now. Interesting. Or they're attacking something else, that's possible as well. That one is going down. That one's being fired upon. I'll add some damage here. still holding. Yep. Alright, you're next. We're just gonna keep killing some Circadian Sea. Ooh, a red hyena. And he's gone. Let's turn around a little bit. Get ready. Alright, so they're actually going to be coming here soon. Let's disengage from the Chronos. And so yeah, while a lot of fighting is happening here, I'm having my own private little fight with some Circadian Seekers. So pretty cool test of the Jackdaw here already. Decent damage, good speed here. Looks like I'm actually not getting too much damage. So maybe I'll just go into sniper mode, because they'll be jumping in any moment now. Here's someone in a capsule. Free from his capsule warp. Okay, nope, not seeing die just yet. Bigger hits, 945. And that one is down. Alright. Capsule, I think people would actually like if you send them back home. So let's see if I can actually do that. TP on there as well. Are we die or something? A little. So that's someone I just sent home. Good. Here's another capsule. I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning here, and if I find that sledgehammer again in a cockroach, and someone's already engaging me. Why? Evasive mode. Activate the afterburner. Activate the rep. Why so fast? Damn it. No good fights to come from this. Jackdaw. Tyrannis. That's alright. Let's put an orbit on that Tyrannis. Let's see if I can... do I want to reload? I think that goes pretty quickly. So he's targeted. That's reloading, but I can't scram him. Not sure what my orbit is, but it doesn't matter that much. We are currently in speed mode. And here comes a bubble. Everything moves to a crawl, so I'm gonna zoom out. And let's fire at the Tyrannis here. Range still okay. I'm wrapping up a little bit. Anything else I should target here? Get a Vixor. Could do a test on well, Sacrilege. That'll do as well. Yeah, so he's taking good damage. Sacrilege is going down as well. Another Jackdaw. Let's start targeting that one. Some Doomsdays going on, some bubbles going up. And we are down to 12 frames per second now. And tie-dye 42%. So yeah, at the moment Zoro's having trouble. I'm going to cut the afterburner. That guy doesn't seem to be getting away from me, so I'm also switching to sniper mode. So that I can get like better hits on him. And we'll start orbiting the Sacrilege. And that's me back at full shields as well. Alright. Stay zoomed out because this is pretty damn tough. But we are still hitting the Tyrannis. I don't think he'll escape my range here. 20 kilometers for the point. Another good hit. Fortunately, I don't really see a lot. So here's my Jackdaw in the middle of the fight. And the Tyrannis is at the back. 17, he's trying to get away. He's trying to get away, but will I get a last volley? Oh, he's actually being targeted by something else as well, I think. Yep. Some lasers coming from that. God damn it, what's the name? Harbinger. And so that one is down. Alright. Jackdaw is next here. Target painter. Points. And I'll go back to zoomed out mode because really You don't see that much here. We are fighting at 15 frames per second. Anything else I should target? That seems, well, maybe some capsules if I can. I think that would be okay to do. Get a broadsword here as well. Now we're sniping off another Jackdaw. And the capsule will be gone soon, I think. Tie-dye, pretty damn tough. 40%. Another kill report. He's down. Let's see if I can send Ranson home here next. I think he'll like that. There we go. In the meantime, let's target that broadsword and get... That's a cargo container, but alright, get a couple more capsules on... Honestly, getting rid of bots here, it only helps them, I feel. So you're next. Goodbye. Any more? Yep, there we go. There we go. Well, tie-dye is not being fixed by the guys I'm sending home, unfortunately. I'm half shields. God damn it. Let's start repping again. And let's send these guys home here. Calypso. Whoop. No more targets. Was I ECM'd or something? Or was I just blapped? That's possible as well. We will see. Start targeting stuff again. That's a Vixor Navy issue. Goodbye. You know, maybe I'll look for some trouble now. Go target and point a scene or something. Let's see how he likes that. Maybe he'll start targeting me. In the meantime, we're just sending people home, pod after pod. You're next. I'll also disable the tracking camera, because that's not gonna help here anymore. Alright. And we're back full shields. And we've got more bots to find. Bounty payments. SISI sledgehammer again. Yep, capsule. We'll come back to station. And more bubbles. Something is red on me. Not sure. The scene is red on me, so at least he targeted me back. Capsule. Ah, there we go. Actually start taking some damage here. Oh my god. That was pretty fast. Now let's hope someone else returns the favor. And ooh, Jesus Christ, tie-dye going back down just a little bit. And here again, as you can see, the client not liking me losing my ship here. And then, yeah, I guess we'll see if I can approach the gates. If I can somehow find it. There. Let's see if I can jump through. We're only at 12 kilometers. And otherwise we'll get blapped here pretty soon. But yeah, this is the latest mass test here with the latest build. I must say this does not feel as good as the one I had I covered previously. I was not here unfortunately for the one with the brain in a box, but I'm getting these total crashes to 0 frames per second, which I did not have previously. There are also some problems with the patching, problems with loading the ship hangar, and so there's definitely still some work that needs to be done when it comes to stability on this one. Still, I'm happy to report that we've been able to make it through an entire mass test, so that's already a good sign. There's also 500 people or something like that in the test, 430 now, and we are still going strong. So it's not entirely bad. I think we had fewer participants the last time that I actually covered this mass test on SISI. But yeah, we'll see how all of this evolves. I'll keep a close eye on it and keep you guys up to date, of course. For now, I think I'll make it to the gate and then I'll head back out. But there you go, guys. This was the mass test. I also took a quick first look at the Jackdaw. I think it's a pretty cool ship so far. I'm sure that theory crafters can come up with some amazing feats for that. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.